Today's video is sponsored by PrizePicks.com. Make sure you check out PrizePicks today. Great new user bonus. Use the promo code Uncle Lou, one word, uppercase letters, Uncle Lou. Make any $5 play, and they're going to give you $50 whether you win or lose. It's literally that simple. Check out PrizePicks.com. All right, good morning. I hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving yesterday. Happy Black Friday, and we've got a full day's worth of college football coming up today. I will be live tonight around 7 o'clock for the Georgia Tech game, which is in prime time. 7:30, I think, is kickoff. We'll go live a little bit before that, and we'll hang out. We'll watch the Georgia Tech game and the other games that are on in prime time tonight right here on the channel. But what I want to talk about today is the Heisman Trophy. Now, I kind of track the Heisman Trophy every single week on my Sunday Your Season is Over video, but, of course, that video is an hour and a half long. I know not everybody watches the entire thing, and it's kind of planted sort of in at the end of those videos where I give like a top 4 or 5. And over the last few weeks, my top 3 finalists have basically stayed the same in Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, and Albertius Worthington, the running back for Boise State. And they're all playing this weekend. And so what I want to know is, can any of these players, or any other player that maybe you think has a shot, can any of them win the Heisman this weekend, have a quote-unquote Heisman moment? Are there any players on your Heisman list that have had a Heisman moment? I was trying to think back with the 3 I've been looking at with Cam Ward, Alvin Worthington, and Travis Hunter. And not really, like, nothing pops out in my mind, some sort of like crazy late fourth quarter deal. Like, well, Cam Ward, because of Miami's defense, has had a lot of big second halves and some comeback wins. But no, like one particular play to me kind of stands out. Travis Hunter has had some amazing individual plays at various points of different games throughout the season, but I don't know if like any one play stands out as his Heisman moment. And the same thing with Alton Jeanty. All he does is run the ball for 10 yards a carry, boom, 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 150 yards a game, 2 or 3 touchdowns. I mean, it becomes like clockwork. You get so used to seeing him do it that it almost becomes unremarkable to watch, even though what he's doing is amazing. So I don't know about that, but so maybe it'll happen today. So who are these teams playing today? What are the records of these teams, right? Whether it's fair or not, you hardly ever see a Heisman winner off of a quote-unquote bad team or somebody with 5 or 6 losses. All of those teams, I think, have enough wins to where that's not going to be an issue. 2 of them, Boise State and Miami, are likely headed to the playoffs. Boise State, as long as they win out, is in as the Group of 5 champion. Miami on the road at Syracuse and then an ACC championship game stands in their way of getting into the playoffs. But again, even if for some reason those 2 teams don't, they each only have 1 loss. And even Colorado, the worst of the 3 teams, I would say, only has 3 losses. So I don't think any of those teams are eliminated from the playoffs. So here's what I want to do. Today's video, of course, sponsored by PrizePicks. I think all 3 of these players have a legitimate shot of winning the Heisman. Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, and Albertian Worthington Smith. And so I'm wondering, are they all 3 going to try to win it today? I think they are. If you look over on PrizePicks.com, this would be a fun time to get signed up. And, of course, if you enter the promo code, which that was on the screen, Uncle Lou there, Uncle Lou, one word, uppercase letters, no spaces. They've got that great promotion going where once you get signed up using that promo code and you make any $5 play, they're going to give you $50 for free. It's literally that simple. But anyway, I thought about making a PrizePicks play, including the players that I think have a legitimate shot to win the Heisman, because I think they're going to try to go off. And in some cases, I think their coaches are pushing for it. Obviously, Dion with Travis Hunter. And if you look at the way Miami has played in the second halves of games, a lot of stat padding in the second half. I'm not even saying that in a negative way. I just mean those 2 players are likely to have big games. And even the running back at Boise State, Albert Smith, they're kind of a one-man team. So he's going to get a bunch of carries and most likely a bunch of yards today. So it's going to be interesting. So anyway, I pulled up the numbers over on PrizePicks, and I'm going to make a play involving those guys and an additional one that ties in. Colorado's playing Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma State's got maybe the worst defense in the Power 4. It is horrifically bad. And this sets up great for Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter to both have a monster day today. Plus, Colorado is still alive for the Big 12 championship game. Now, it doesn't look like they're going to get in. They need a lot of other things to happen. But the point is, they play early, noon on Friday, before they know if any of those teams they need to lose have won or lost. So they've got every motivation to go out and have a monster game. So I like Shedeur to have way over this number here, and 342.5. And I like Travis Hunter over 107.5 receiving yards. Now, if you're unsure about the yards, maybe you would, maybe you'd rather go here. Will he score, basically, is the question here, more or less than 0.5. I'm going to go actually with the receiving yards total there. And then the other one, Cam Ward. Now, they play on the road today at Syracuse, but it's in a dome. Weather's not going to limit anything Cam Ward can do, and he has a monster week almost every single week. Now, with Cam Ward, they give us three choices here. They have sort of a middle-of-the-road choice, a more or less than 325. They have one that would be much harder to hit, more than 374, and they have one that would be slightly easier, more than 274. I'm going to go with the middle of the road here. I think Cam Ward has a huge day today, or tomorrow. Actually, they play tomorrow. I'm going to go with Cam Ward more than 325.5 pass yards. And then you look at our buddy from Boise State, Ashton Jeanty. There you go. I'll say it the right way. Ashton Jeanty, more or less than 149.5 rushing yards. They're playing Oregon State today, not a great team. And this is about his average. So it's not like he has to have a great day to hit this number. But I think he can hit it. I'm going to go more than 149.5 on Ashton Jeanty. So you can see if I played 20, it would win me 80. If you get signed up for free today and just make your $5 play, 5 would win you 20. It's literally that easy to do. Shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring the video. Make sure you check them out, prizepicks.com, promo code Uncle Lou. And I live in Georgia, and I can do it in Georgia. Some of those other sites I can't use in Georgia, FanDuel, DraftKings, whatever the case. But you can use PrizePicks in almost every single state in the country. So make sure you check them out, prizepicks.com, promo code Uncle Lou right down there. Now let's talk about the games themselves. I don't think we're going to see any upsets. I do think a couple of the games could be close. Now, one of the games that I don't think is going to be close is the Colorado game. Oklahoma State's been one of the most disappointing teams in the country this year. Oklahoma State's on the road at Colorado. Like I said, Colorado's got every incentive to win and put up good numbers from a Heisman point of view. They're irritated about Travis Hunter being left off the Thorpe Award. There's just a lot pointing to a big day here for Shedeur and the Colorado offense. This is the last home game for Shedeur and Travis Hunter and all of those guys. So I think it's going to be a big day for Colorado, and Oklahoma State's just not very good. And their defense is worse than their offense. They do have that running back, Ollie Gordon, who's sort of come on here at the end of the year, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Colorado wins this game easily, and I really like those numbers on Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter for that game. If you look at Miami, they play on the road at Syracuse. Let me find that one here. What time is that? I'm looking on the game schedule over on ESPN. Well, I guess we'll just stop at whichever one I find first between Boise State, Oregon State, and Miami and Syracuse. Boy, there are a bunch of big games this weekend. Scrolling through this list is just a reminder of how many just absolute massive games we've got coming up this weekend. Where are these games at? I can't find either one of them. Let me do it this way. This is the problem with trying to do these videos on the fly. I could edit it out, but I'm much too lazy for that. Don't have time. Miami on the road at Syracuse. Saturday at 3:30 on ESPN. Miami is an 11-point favorite. Like I said, I think Cam Ward's going to have a monster day here. This is a game, though, I could see being close. Syracuse is a good team. They're 8-3 now. A lot of people watched them play Pitt on that Thursday night game a few weeks back, where their quarterback Kyle McCord had like 3 or 4 interceptions in the first half, and they kind of go, well, it's terrible. And they rode them like got blown out. And they did play really bad that game. But first-year head coach Fran Brown's got them turned around 8-3. This would be his biggest win by far. Again, first-year coach, but this would be a huge win for Fran Brown and Syracuse. And, of course, Clemson will be pulling for Syracuse as well, because if Miami loses, they're out of the ACC title game, and Clemson would be in due to the way the tiebreakers are working there. Miami holds the tiebreaker over Clemson right now because they have the same number of losses. But Miami beat Louisville. Clemson lost to Louisville. We don't need to get into all that. Anyway, Miami's in if they win. If they don't win, Clemson is in. It's that simple, really. I do think this could be a good game. Miami's favored by 11 on the road. I think Miami will get the win. Again, this is an opportunity here for Cam Ward to have some serious late game heroics if it is close in the second half. A lot of people will start to tune in the second half if it looks like Syracuse has a chance to win, right? And if Cam Ward puts on a show in the fourth quarter and Miami comes out on top like they've done so many times this year, I think that would be a good thing for Cam Ward's Heisman chances. Overall, though, I do expect Cam Ward to have a really good day today, and I think Miami probably gets the win. Now, I'm going to attempt again. I don't know what's wrong. The list of things that is wrong with me is literally a mile long. All right, Oregon State on the road at Boise State. This game is tonight. This game is today at noon, the same time as the Colorado game. That explains why I couldn't find it. Oregon State at Boise State. Boise State, of course, ranked 11th, but that's irrelevant, really. They're the highest-ranked Group of 5 team. Tulane lost yesterday, by the way. Did y'all see that? They were kind of in line to be the highest-rated Group of 5 team if Boise State were to drop a game. Well, Tulane said, screw it. They went ahead and lost. So guess who's behind Tulane? UNLV. That's right. If for some reason Boise State loses, my hometown team, UNLV, could find themselves in the college football playoff. Now, let's go with that. But anyway, Oregon State on the road at Boise State. Boise State's favored by 18.5, so it would take a massive upset here for Oregon State to pull this off. By the way, who does Boise State play in the Mountain West Championship games? Anybody know? I think it's UNLV. That's going to be a great game. Come on, Rebs. Anyway, I would be surprised if Boise State lost this one. And like I mentioned, I think Ashton Jeanty is going to have just a monster of a game here. He averages about 150 a game. That's the number over on PrizePicks. I really like him to go over. This is a must-win game for Boise State. And again, lots of eyeballs on rivalry weekend. Lots of people off of work. This game's coming on at noon. You know, people will be watching it that maybe normally don't get to watch Boise State games that come on at 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. East Coast time because it's played out west. But anyway, I think all three of these guys are set to have huge days today. I think one of those three is winning the Heisman: Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, or Ashton Jeanty. My pick has been and remains Travis Hunter. I think he will win the Heisman. But all three of those guys and their teams, I think, set to have big games this weekend. Let me know what you think down below. Am I right? Am I wrong? Check out prizepicks.com. Get signed up using the promo code. You'll be glad you did. Get you a free $50 courtesy of Uncle Lou. Again, I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving yesterday, and have a good morning.